it up for Ohio State.
You've waited all day for this.
Don't let that team stand in the way. He's going to take it to the house. 85 yards. Down the right side going Devin Smith. Got it at the 5 and into the end zone. Touchdown.
The one show that's nothing but the Buckeyes.
Oh, Graham Rucker for the touchdown. Kraft shoots it high on the right for 3.
This is the Buckeye Show.
All right, here we go on a nice little Wednesday program. Good to be with all you fine Buckeye fans. I am Timmy Hall. We got our man Ryan Baker back there working hard tonight on the update desk and producing the show. And with me tonight, it is a Wednesday. So in typical Wednesday fashion, that means our man, your man, DeVier Posey is here on a little DeVier Day Wednesday. DeVier, it's good to see you, buddy.
What's up, Tim? How you doing, man?
I'm fantastic.
Officially in fall. I haven't told you yet, but I put the clubs away for the year.
The clubs are away? Yeah. I'm never going to do that because you never know. Yeah. All I need is 50. That's it.
Well, I'm saying in
I need
Ohio,
50 degrees.
I'll travel. If you want to go to Florida, let's go. Let's do a show in Florida next Wednesday.
I will go to Florida with you, but Florida is still too hot. We just got off the phone with Jeff Rimmer, who used to be the TV voice for the Jackets, just retired. Now he's living in Florida full time, and it's 85 or 86 degrees down there right now. That's so too hot. No, that's too hot, man. I want 64 degrees. That's perfect for me, but I will golf if it is 50. I will. So even here in Ohio with the leaves everywhere, I'll do it. I haven't put them away yet. Yeah. Obviously, I'm not playing a lot. But you, my man, for folks that, get home right about the time that we're coming on the air, reminder, if you're done with the radio, go inside, flip the show on the big screen, and you're watching it on YouTube. You get to see what he's wearing. I, of course, got the leather jacket getup that you saw I was wearing during Man and Bone. DeVier, if you could dress like fall, DeVier is fall today.
I love fall colors.
Yeah, you are. And you don't even have any deep reds, but you're still fall. It's like a nice tan, fuzzy zipper jacket, earth tones, a nice dark green shirt underneath.
Thank you, man.
You look wonderful today.
I appreciate that. Yeah. I put this outfit together at 6 this morning.
I would imagine you were proud of that outfit. You were looking forward, and that's my thing about fall clothes. I think our more fun clothing is the thicker and fuller we get to dress. So when we get to layer, we get to show off more of what we have. Like our jeans come back out.
More drip.
Yeah, more drip, less skip.
Tim, don't slip in the drip.
I won't.
Especially if you're a Florida guy. You can't dress like us in fall. You don't have enough experience.
You don't even have the clothing.
Well, Nicole Sharon, it's just Nicole, come on. You got to layer up. You got to learn how to layer. You have to learn the different types of layers, the different types of patterns, the different types of fabrics.
Nicole, who he's mentioning, is our lovely new sports anchor and reporter for 10 TV.
It's the first
and
winner.
I have seen her bust out the leather jacket as well.
Oh, so she's got some jackets.
She's not wearing that today, but we could have been leather twins if she chose to wear. And Mike was telling me he was this close from wearing his new brown leather jacket today. We should have coordinated. We should have all worn our aviators and leather jackets on the same day. Do you have a leather jacket?
No.
Oh, boy. You'd look good in one.
I know.
You
look good in leather.
I would like to see you in a President Ted Carter style bomber jacket. I'd love to see you in one of those.
I got a bomber. Or with
the fuzzy collar. Oh, that would be great.
I had a fuzzy collar bomber jacket when they were in the early 2000s.
You Goodwilled it? Wasn't the style anymore?
I don't know, man. I definitely had one, and those things are fire.
It comes back around. That's the thing with the style and the fashion. It comes back around. So here we are. We are in between Purdue week and Northwestern week. And this week kind of takes over DeVier because of the venue, because of the stadium. And I have a little admission to make. I think that I have been a little bit too blocked out. I posted on my account, someone had taken some video of the setup, and I reposted that and kind of had a snarky comment to make about it. I will admit that.
What do you not like about it?
Well, my thinking of it is that we're trying to force things, that we're trying to force the nostalgia and the experience and put a round peg into a square hole type of thing. We're playing football games in a baseball stadium. Mm-hmm. So obviously it is not set up for that, but I do know you go back in history, the Chicago Bears played there for 50-some years? I mean, they played at Wrigley Field forever until the stadiums were built. And I think I want to soften on that a little bit as we get closer to the game because, look, there's no stopping it. They are doing it. I know for some of my friends in the media, it's going to be a little bit of a headache for the setup and things like that because it's a one-off type of game. But they are playing at Wrigley Field. If I'm a fan going up to it and I have a ticket, I'm not concerned about – I mean, I am. I'm also concerned about the corner shots in the end zone. I don't want any receivers running full speed through the end zone. So be safe. But other than that,
to the ivy wall,
we don't want to go into the brick wall. Yeah, we want to make sure things are padded and that we're safe and we're staying away from those problem areas. But I mean, I think ultimately you're going to play this game. It's going to be over and done with. The people that are going up for it, I'm sure, are excited about it, especially if there's some Chicago people going back up there for it.
Yeah, and the thing I love about Chicago, it's like the capital of the Big Ten in terms of like
it's where the home offices is, right there in Rosemont, right?
Well, absolutely. Yeah. And then even just when you're in Chicago, in reference to any other Midwest city, you'll see all Big Ten team logos, right? So it's a cool thing that they're playing in Wrigley. I love it. I can only think about Rookie of the Year, Rowan Gardner. You ever seen that movie?
Have I ever seen that? Gardenhoser, get in the game.
Yeah, and then just like
isn't Gary Busey the crazy pitcher in that one? I think he is.
Yeah, the kid pitcher. Yeah, he messed his arm up. But like just how excited those kids were about like sneaking into the Wrigley Field. They're like at the first part of the movie. Like for me, that's my vision of Wrigley because I love that movie as a kid. Yeah. So it's like there is some nostalgia about getting to play there. It's pretty cool.
It's one of the most iconic venues we have in North America.
In sports.
All of sports.
Absolutely.
In sports, right? I mean, that is up there with Fenway Park, with Cameron Indoor at Duke, Pauley Pavilion, UCLA, Allen Fieldhouse, Kansas, Lambeau Field. I would put the Shoe up there for being icons, 100-year-old stadiums. It is way the hell up there. Yep. And it's funny, too, because we had Hero Canoe in here this week. We were cutting something, and he kicked my ass in ping pong, by the way. Yeah. Apparently, Hero Canoe, our defensive tackle, who is the international student that came over from Germany, he is like the guy. They did sort of like a Woody Hayes Athletic Center Olympics, and he cleaned up with the ping pong. He puts like a lot of spin on the serve. So he beat me, but we were talking about the Wrigley game and him coming from overseas. The venues here, which I take into account, they don't mean as much to him. But we were actually just having a good conversation, and I was telling him of what a big deal that place is in the baseball world and trying to explain that's like if we were to go to England, what's one of the big, I'm not the biggest Premier League fan
it's like
at the station, but Old Trafford, something like that.
Yeah. Well, like an old club. Like what's the
I know Tottenham built a new stadium, but or if you're in Spain, one of those facilities, one of those venues. And ultimately, we're going to stop talking about the fact that it's at Wrigley.
Just and you're going to the Roman Coliseum of sports.
Yeah, it is. It's like the Coliseum. But anyway, here was head coach Ryan Day talking about Wrigley and this opportunity at his press conference yesterday.
Well, I've been a part of teams that have played at Yankee Stadium and then over in San Francisco where the Giants play. And it is different. It's a different feel, but it's a great opportunity for our team. And ultimately there'll be 100 yards of football field and there'll be stands, on both sides and we'll compete. So, we're excited about it. And, we practicing on the turf this week or on the grass this week to simulate what it'll be like there.
Yeah, they actually are doing this quite a bit now. He mentioned the Pinstripe Bowl. They're playing a bowl game at Yankee Stadium. Yep. They've been playing a bowl game at the San Francisco Giants Stadium. I actually went to one with my dad.
I played in a game in the Raiders Stadium when they played on the A's field, with the Texans. It was my second year.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Before they left Oakland.
But that one was designed for that, right? And you would
they have half. No, bro, we're in an NFL game playing on dirt.
Right, but I'm saying back in the day, that's what's interesting for a player in your era because you came in to the league around 2010-ish to 2011.
Yep, 12, yeah.
Most of the stadiums that were built up in America in the 60s were all but dying off. Oakland has been the only one, and that's been the crux of why their team had to leave, having a crappy owner, not being able to get the funding right, the stadium deal, but that stadium has been a dump. Almost every stadium across the country. You remember Three River Stadium, Pittsburgh, down in Cincinnati, right? They were dual baseball, football stadiums by design.
Riverfront
and you
Stadium,
would just have the dirt in because when the seasons would mesh, you just had to learn to running through the dirt.
Well, you wore the studs, like the Little League studs, the screw-in studs. Like you don't wear the
long, like
attached
straight
to the cleat. No, attached to the bottom of the cleat. Like you wear the ones that screw in because you might line up on dirt and have to beat press in dirt.
Yeah. And that's got to be so different and so weird. Will also gave his input and his take about playing this game at Wrigley in Chicago.
That'll be really cool. I've seen a game there one time. I think it was in like senior in high school. I went out there. I think it was actually at a camp at Northwestern. But that was a cool stadium, man. It'll be interesting to play football in there. But I'm excited, man. It's a historic landmark and in a really cool city. I'm looking forward to it. It'll be a cool opportunity.
So Northwestern's got 3 games left. They're 4-5. They're way down near the bottom. They're 2-4 in Big Ten play, but they still have shown that ability to compete and stay in football games. And if you catch bad weather, we saw the last time, the C.J. Stroud game where he couldn't really throw the ball, and that game was a fight all the way to the end. You just want to get through this 2-week stretch, not messing around.
Absolutely. I think, and I was at that game, and it was like sideways, windy, Chicago rain, only like Chicago can do it.
It was tough.
But the team that day was a bit, like you could just see it in their spirit. They weren't up. It wasn't like super excited, and we were in a battle, and so definitely want to make sure like we hit all of the cylinders going into it, like mentally prepared, like, hey, you can't drop off, can't be looking forward to Indiana. But like Tim, we talked about this last week, like these 2 weeks nestled in our schedule are 2 weeks to get things right.
Yeah. Chase perfection.
Yeah. Like let's address all concerns. Anything that we have, let's get it fixed now. And let's do it versus another team's jersey because everything else is for the marbles.
Yeah. And, I looked at last year's Northwestern team. David Braun, that guy was one of the best coaches in college football. The situation he took over with a career Northwestern guy like Pat Fitzgerald, who they could put a statue up of, not now, but the way that he left and he took that over and produced an 8-win season and a bowl victory for that Northwestern team was pretty dang special. And you're right about that. Also, the thing you pointed out, it's been a long, long time since Northwestern has played here in Columbus. That was back in the 2016 season where the Buckeyes won 24-20. Again, a really close game, but that's some scheduling oddities right there. And now this one going to Wrigley Field where it could have been this or it could have been their, 10,000 seat temporary stadium that's right on the lake.
On campus.
Right next to their facility.
Their facility is breathtaking.
It's the best.
Though. Oh,
it's the best I've ever seen. The view.
So beautiful.
Yeah. Google Northwestern's practice facility. The view they have.
Definitely the best in the Big Ten right now.
It's crazy. DeVier is here, guys. What's the thing that we're all talking about this week, but Ryan Day rightfully doesn't have room in his mind for? We'll tell you next. It's the Buckeye Show on The Fan.
Big Voice Guy here to remind you that you're listening to The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Okay, thanks. I have 3 more seconds. Bye-bye.
Want to kick off your fall shopping with a touchdown? Shop Bob's Discount Furniture for pieces that fit your style and your space. Check out Bob's space-conscious and style-forward furniture for every room, like counter-height dining sets, convenient lift-top coffee tables, guest-friendly pop-up sleepers, and storage-filled seating perfect for game day hangouts. So stop and score winning design with Bob's Discount Furniture, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
AgPro has been family-owned and operated for over 64 years. We take pride in developing long-lasting relationships and offering first-class customer service. Need a new tractor, parts for your used equipment, or reliable service? AgPro has you covered. AgPro is here to serve you and your operation as your hometown dealer. Visit us today at any of our AgPro locations or go online to agproco.com to get started with your AgPro experience.
There's one medical team in Central Ohio skilled enough to care for your favorite Ohio State team, and Buckeyes everywhere. The Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center is your choice for the most highly specialized orthopedic and sports medicine care. Our surgeons, physicians, and physical therapists have access to the most advanced treatments and innovative recovery approaches to get you back in your game. Because on or off the field, our team is your team. The choice for your orthopedic care is clear.
The National Veterans Memorial and Museum in Columbus preserves and shares the stories of our nation's veterans from all branches and all eras of service. With a gift of $20 or more, you can honor a veteran in your life by dedicating a flag in their name to be displayed on the museum's expansive grounds on Veterans Day weekend. Your gift will be matched, and your veteran's name will be shared on our website. Learn more at nationalvets.org.
Go behind the scenes of one of the most recognizable landmarks in all of college athletics with a tour of Ohio Stadium. A seasoned redcoat will be your guide as you make your way through walls of the stadium, into the press box, and onto the field. Upgrade to the VIP package and get special access to the band center and the Ohio State home locker room. From corporate outings and school groups to single-person tours and small families, Ohio Stadium Tours offers a variety of options and pricing that will meet your needs. For more information, visit OhioStateBuckeyes.com and book your tour of Ohio Stadium today.
Save time, reduce costs, and eliminate printer frustrations with Modern Office Methods, your award-winning managed print services provider. We know how to help your business reduce the cost of office printing by identifying necessary print and paper waste. We can improve your printer fleet and decrease the amount of printer frustration. Why wait? Start saving time and money today. Start with our comprehensive print fleet assessment by going to momnet.com and click on Free Assessment.
Common Man and T-Bone.
When the AD comes to you and says, the only way you can keep your job is if you fire everybody else, you got no problem doing that. You got no problem throwing everybody else under the bus.
Common Man and T-Bone.
Sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company.
Weekdays 3 to 6 on The Fan.
Ohio has over 920,000 diabetics. If you are a diabetic, take a step in the right direction by having your feet checked routinely by a podiatric physician, the most qualified doctors to care for your feet. Adding a podiatrist to your healthcare team can help you better manage the effects of diabetes on your feet. Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association podiatric physicians are located throughout the state. For more information or to find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association near you, visit ohiofoot.org.
The ONN Daily Podcast. Get a recap of all the day's news from across the state.
ONN affiliate WBNS TV reports.
Haley Kirby reporting in downtown Toledo.
From the State House, Kevin Landers.
ONN Canton.
ONN affiliate WKYC TV in Cleveland explains.
In Marietta, Brett Wharf, ONN News.
Emma Henderson in Genoa.
The ONN Daily Podcast. Listen at ONNradio.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts from the Ohio News Network. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Plenty of clouds around, light winds, and dry and mild on this Wednesday. Temperatures in the upper 50s. Overnight showers moving in, winds picking up down to the low 40s. 10 TV weather impact day for your Thursday morning with the wind and the rain. Steady rain tapers to showers in the afternoon Thursday with highs in the low 50s. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
The home of Big Ten championships and future first-rounders. You're listening to The Buckeye Show.
Timmy Hall, my man DeVier Posey, back to some Buckeye football conversation. It's Northwestern week in just moments. First, I do want to tell you about my friends. They've been helping me out a ton this year. Tri-State Men's Health. I tell you what, that low T, the low testosterone treatment plan that they've got there, I was looking for just a little punch of energy to my system. It has helped. And you know what? It's the holidays. And this season, you got all kinds of hustle and bustle and shopping and everything. But if your energy is down, if you're not sleeping well, sex drive is MIA. If you don't feel like the guy that you were when you were 5 or 10 years younger, maybe it's hard to get excited for all this holiday cheer. You want to watch your favorite Christmas movies and be jacked up and be excited for them. You should check out the low testosterone treatment at Tri-State Men's Health. The thing I've been telling you about is it's hard to tell, but if you're in your early to mid-30s heading towards the big 4-0, you start losing 2 to 3% of that testosterone production every single year. It happens gradually. Before you know it, you just don't feel the same. So check them out. They've got that first appointment still just $99. You get the medical consult, T and PSA test. If you sign up for the testosterone treatment the day of your appointment, your visit is free. How about that for a little holiday gift for you? So check them out, tristatemenshealth.com. That's tristatemenshealth.com. They got a lovely facility right here in Hilliard, which is close to my home, right there off of 270 and Cemetery, one in Westerville as well. All right, DeVier, I tweeted out from my account at Timmy Hall Radio that unbelievable Northwestern practice facility. Look, like we have an unbelievable facility too.
Absolutely.
But it's really what's the three most important rules in real estate, DeVier?
Location, location, location.
Boom. You're right flipping on the lake.
Yeah,
it's just, I don't know how I'd get any practicing done. I'd be in the pocket there. Well, you better give me a red jersey as a quarterback because my eyes are going to be like looking over to the side there out the panoramic glass side, which is just right there at Lake Michigan.
You know
it's
what
really gorgeous.
I wouldn't get in the cold tub. I would go get in Lake Michigan.
just go in the lake?
Just go stand in the lake for like 10 minutes after practice.
I used to swim in Lake Michigan a lot growing up.
Yeah.
Do you know that?
Yeah.
My family, my dad was from a town called Chesterton, and for national park buffs, this one now got upgraded in the last 2 or 3 years. It's one of the newest national parks in the Department of the Interior. It's the Indiana Dunes. It's right there up on the national lake. It was a national lake shore. Yeah. Now it's been upgraded to the national park. And it's just beautiful. It was only 5 or 10 minutes away from my grandparents' house. They'd take us up there when we go in the summertime, June or July. Yeah. Weather'd be nice. Be in the high 70s, 80s. Go to the beach. A lot of people would come from Chicago and go to that beach. Yeah. And you could see the city from across the lake, which was always beautiful. You stayed till sunset. Yeah. The sun would set behind the Chicago skyline. Yeah. That was always very nice. And
I love Chicago.
It was great.
I just love
it. It's a great town. I'm a big fan of Chicago as well.
Yeah, I like going up there. I probably go like once a year, and it's not by choice, but I always have a good time.
Work takes you up there.
Yeah,
somehow.
Something's taking me up to Chicago, but I always have a great time, man.
You know, the last time I was there with my family, we had a chance to see the United Center and see a Bulls game, and the Bulls weren't very good that year.
Yeah, but I
got shot down. Didn't get to go.
Why?
Nobody, because I'm part of a crew. It's me and 2 other people, my wife and my son.
Yeah.
And
they outvoted you.
They outvoted me. Dang. Like there would have been a time where I cared so deeply about stuff like that, but I wanted to.
Well, we placed it.
Well, we did go to a play in Wrigleyville, and that was good. It was a musical. It was Little Shop of Horrors. You know, the one where the plant eats you. Yeah. I think Rick Moranis and Steve Martin did the movie.
Your wife definitely won that argument too. You took a loss right there.
I am happy when we go to a city like that, just eating the food, just walking around the city. The weather was great. I forget the time of year we went, but the weather was really great. But let's get back into this. So Ryan Day is weighing in on a subject that has taken off since we got the kick time to the next game.
Yeah, it's getting crazy. People are mad.
People are going crazy about it, right? And we know what we're talking about, the noon kickoffs for Ohio State here. And Ryan Day really tried to stay away from this conversation. This is how he did it yesterday.
The time of game sometimes can affect just who comes into the, who's able to make it from out of state a little bit further away. That's about it. And it's just the one thing that we've done, we know that we have these noon games here in the back half of the season. So we've just been really working hard on getting guys to bed early at night and then waking them up early in the morning just to kind of get their biorhythms in order. They've done a good job of that. So that's about it. Other than that, we're playing football.
I apologize because I actually played that out of the order that I meant to play it in. My finger slipped, but you can hear him talking about some of the effect of that noon kickoff. And I think that's what people wanted to hear. Like, well, what about recruiting? And what about some of the other circumstances where you want to have your program highlighted? But this was the first part where he really did try to say, like, pull back on the reins, kind of staying out of this.
I got to deal with a lot of fan backlash for other things other than the times of games. So I'm going to leave that for other people to deal with. I got other things I got to deal with. So, whatever they tell us to play, we're going to play. It doesn't matter where it is. It could be in a baseball field. It could be 11 a.m., could be at night, whatever it is. We're going to put the football down and go play, and I'll worry about the team.
Exactly. And I kind of agree with him to a certain point from his perspective. Yeah. I got a lot going on here. I'm trying to coach this team to a championship season. A lot of pressure. We're going to play an 11 a.m. local time game at a baseball stadium. Like, that's what we're about to do. But I also do see the other side where DeVier just seems 6 in a row to end the regular season is ridiculous. And it's up to Tony Petitti at the Big Ten level to try to address this because everybody – Kevin Warren in the past, and all of the people in charge at the member institutions, they all agreed to the TV contracts and the pecking order and what time slots were going to be available. That's what it is. But you do see, you don't see the Kansas City Chiefs playing at 1 p.m. every single Sunday. You see the Kansas City Chiefs being flexed to primetime games a lot because they're one of the big catches in the sport, and they're a ratings boost, and that's exactly what Ohio State football is.
Well, I guess the thing is Ohio State doesn't have a contract with ESPN and College Game Day anymore.
No one does.
Right,
yeah, there's no Big Ten affiliation with ESPN anymore, football or basketball.
So
that's a big deal.
Well, that is the primetime night game. It's normally on ESPN or NBC, right? Like the Peacock. So it's.
But Fox could do it if they wanted to. They just chose to go crazy with the noontime slot, so they could win that one.
And my thing is when they started Big Noon, it was rivaling College Game Day's night games. So it was like, we'll bring our crew, and we'll be here, right? Mm-hmm. But we're going to highlight
we're gonna
the
start
biggest
the day.
We're going to start the day.
We're going to start the day with
the views. We're going to get the eyes first.
Yeah.
You guys can end with the eyes because mostly college football, if you're tailgating the right way, you won't make it to the night game.
Mm-hmm. Right. Well, look, and as Joel Klatt was sitting there and hearing all this noise, and he started chatting about it on social media. You guys probably saw that. Yeah. He's right. They have dominated that time slot.
Yeah, like they took it over the last 5-6 years.
I think you're looking at it through a different lens. And I do believe it. That's why you go back to the discussions they had in the ACC where Florida State and Clemson wanted to take this to the courts because they felt that they were such a bigger piece of the ACC, and they're right. You know what?
Absolutely.
They're right. They're a bigger brand. North Carolina is a bigger brand when you talk about the ACC. They wanted to get more money than some of these other guys. And Ohio State really obviously could have an argument for that as well. Mm-hmm. It's about where does that line end where you're being a good partner and a good member institution.
Don't want to be Texas and ruin the Big 12 by starting your own network.
Right. You don't want to.
Everybody in Big 12 hates Texas for that.
And I don't know if at this point Ohio State could even ruin itself with something like that with the way the game is.
Well,
Ohio State's part of the party no matter what.
Well, Ohio State and Michigan decided not to do that during that time in 2008, 2009. They were
went Big Ten Network instead.
We would rather have a league. Yeah. So Texas ruined it. But, here's the thing with noon. What's quietly happening, Tim, we're playing great at noon this year. As a team, we're waking up and we're balling at noon. We played a great game at Penn State. And so for me, I think last year when we played Michigan at noon, that first interception, guys look kind of sleepy in that play, right? We're going to be used to performing at noon.
What was your favorite as a player?
I love 3:30. I like
right in the middle.
I like first half game, day game, second half night game. And you don't have to wait all day.
Taste of both, and you're not waiting all day.
And you got nightlife after
feels like the Rose Bowl every time you play, right?
Yeah, I like to party in college, so I had some time. I had some time to plan, so it's always good. Night games, you're like, hey, man, everything's closed. I'm exhausted. Really don't get any debrief time. So 3:30, best time slot.
Hey, fun guest coming up here. One of your guys, one of your good friends, best friends.
There we go.
Man who's still on the top 15 list of all-time rushers in Ohio State football history. That's something. Boom Herron is going to tell us what he sees with this matchup against Northwestern this week. Next, it's the Buckeye Show on The Fan.
If the sound of another man slammed against plexiglass turns you on, you've come to the right place. Proud to be your home for Jackets hockey. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Looking to sell your home? Don't pay 6% commission. Call my guys at Sell for 1% Realtors. They're full service, not a do-it-yourself kind of thing. On average, customers save over $10,000. Give them a call, 614-451-6616. That's 451-6616.
Hi, Timmy Hall here with Ohio State student-athlete, defensive tackle Hero Canoe.
What's up, everyone? Let's talk about something special this holiday season. Nationwide Children's Hospitals Light Up the Lawn campaign.
Join me and Hero and become a hero yourself when you donate to support Nationwide Children's Hospital. The moment you donate, the butterflies on the lawn light up for patients and families to see.
And not only that, with every gift, you are supporting life-saving care and research. Join us in making a difference.
So please, give now at nationwidechildrens.org/give.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, what's all this I hear about seasons free things?
Yeah, we're giving away even more than usual this season.
Free alignment with any Ford tire purchase isn't seasonal, Mike. It's free every day at Tire Discounters.
Sure, but right now, guess what else happens every day?
I know that customers can save up to $250 on Michelin tires.
Absolutely. Now, guess what else?
Mike, I'm a Phantom tire buyer with a secret identity. Please don't toy with me.
Okay, here's the deal.
Yes?
We're doing these drawings.
Like a game show.
And one lucky customer per day wins all their money back for 4 tires.
Spectacular! But why call it Seasons Free Things?
You know, Seasons Greetings. It's like a play on words.
Yes, of course it is. I knew that. It's Seasons Free Things at Tire Discounters. One lucky customer per day wins their money back on tires. Everyone saves big on major brands like Continental. And a free alignment and oil change comes with every 4-tire purchase.
Hey, Bobby Carpenter here from Carpenter Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electric, announcing our $99 home preventative maintenance checkup. Carpenter and Bryant will do whatever it takes to get you ready for the fall and winter ahead. Check us out at carpentercolumbus.com. That's carpentercolumbus.com.
Much like a vampire, we need to be invited into your house. But once we're in, we never leave. Listen to The Fan on your Alexa or Google Home smart speaker. Just say play 97.1 The Fan and prepare to be amazed. Do it now.
1 in 3 student athletes gets disturbing messages from sports bettors. This threatens the safety and mental health of college athletes like Tyler.
I'm a student and an athlete. I don't deserve to be threatened over my play. If you're upset about your sports bet, don't take it out on me, because I'm more than a bet.
These threats are not acceptable. Stop harassing college athletes over a bet. Learn more at morethanabet.org.
This Saturday, choose chill and grab a Coors Light. Press play on Ohio State football and pause on everything else. We know there's nothing like game day in Columbus. So whether you're at the tailgate, the bar, or just watching from home, choose the one beer that's made for Ohio State game day. Coors Light, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics 2024.
Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. 21 means 21. Celebrate responsibly.
The future of recycling is now at Rumpke Waste and Recycling. The recycling leader has opened North America's largest, most technologically advanced recycling center right here in Central Ohio. This one-of-a-kind facility features interactive displays, educational opportunities, and the ability to process over 60 tons of recycled material per hour. Rumpke is committed to recycling and sustainability efforts. And for more than 90 years, Rumpke has worked to make sure the items you place in your recycling bin get used again. Visit Rumpke.com to learn how you can team with Rumpke to put less trash in our landfills and more of it to good use.
Hello, I'm Ross Bjork, Senior Vice President and Eugene Smith, Wolf Foundation Endowed Athletics Director at The Ohio State University. In partnership with AEP, Donato's, Kroger, The Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center, Huntington, and 10 TV, Ohio State Athletics strives to inspire the community to make a positive impact on children and families in our great state through the Buckeyes Care Initiative. Show and share your support in the community by using the hashtag BuckeyesCare.
The Buckeye Show is sponsored by CareSource, proud to be your home for Ohio State Athletics. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Scarlet and Gray 24/7, or however long the show is tonight. You're listening to the Buckeye Show on the Fan.
Timmy Hall, DeVier Posey. Happy DeVier Day Wednesday to all you fine Buckeye fans. We're about to open up the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. DeVier just pointed out this guy's team, I guess, had seen enough of Joe Flacco. No Joe Flacco. Back to Anthony Richardson for the Colts.
It was just a 1 week lesson.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you dare give up this starting job, Anthony.
Boom, you still pay attention to the Colts week in and week out. Thanks for being on the show too, man.
What's going on, fellas? How y'all doing?
We're good. We're good.
Yeah, actually, here and there, you know.
Yeah.
If we're doing well, I guess I'm locked in. But they haven't been playing too well, so it's kind of been hard to watch.
Give me something to cheer about, right? Like, that's the thing. I've always wanted to go over and catch a Colts game, just because obviously the Buckeyes have history with their venue. Boom, like that. You're trying to get to that stadium every December. You know, I typically wouldn't have been a fan of building a dome, but it ain't my city. It wasn't my choice. I've actually gone over there for college basketball games, and I've had a good time. It's a quick city to get to, so I've enjoyed it.
You should go, because the thing about the Colts Stadium is it's probably the best trained crowd in the NFL because of Peyton. Like, it's the wildest thing. On offense, it's a madhouse, but when your team is on defense, it's dead silent. Like, Tim, we can just talk and not raise our voice on the sideline. So it kind of messes you up. It's like it's a calm environment when you're on the bench.
Yeah.
But it's hectic when you're on the field.
Speak to that, Boom, for having experienced that.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with DeVier saying. I mean, the Colts Nation has a great fan base, and they really get after it when we need them to. And when we got the rock, hey, shut up and let us do our thing real quick.
So you're saying so you were drafted by the Bengals, though.
But he played 3 years in Indy right after that first year.
I always just try to get him to associate with Cincy because he tries to act like he doesn't.
Hey, DeVier, I talk to you almost every day, and you know how I feel about this whole situation. Like,
you gotta love the Bengals, man.
Cincy, I got mad love for them, and they drafted me, yes. But the Colts gave me my real opportunity, and that's when I was able to shine and, get my name out there. So
don't be doing my Bengals like that, bro. Don't be acting like you don't know them because they gave you a shot, bro.
Listen. I rep all three of my teams I played for.
All right.
I'm gonna say us, you know what I'm saying? So
I like it.
I like it. That's just how it is.
Sometimes people get offended by the we or us when it comes to the Buckeyes, but hey, you know what? I'm sorry. The show's called the Buckeye Show for one, so I don't know what you were planning on expecting. I think you could still bring some professionalism to it and still use the we and the us when you're covering a team that you're being paid to cover. Boom. I've always been fascinated too, and DeVier, you as well, but you had a favorite team growing up. But a lot of athletes that I've worked with, and you'd ask who was your team growing up, a lot of them didn't have one. And I know you grew up in the Cleveland area. Were you a Browns kid? Who was your NFL team growing up?
Man, come on, man. So for me as a kid growing up, the Dallas Cowboys was my team.
There you go.
Because obviously I played running back.
You wore 22.
I wore 22.
Yeah.
And they had primetime, Troy Aikman. They had everybody, bro. They just had and as a kid, you always kind of root for the best team. You know what I'm saying? They had everybody over there, and it was kind of just the right team to root for.
Yeah.
It's a good team to root for now, Boom.
Yeah, Boom. Yeah, show your loyalty now.
Hey, listen. My brain wasn't really formed all the way yet. I don't think when I was
rooting for the Cowboys.
Yeah. So life happens, brother. Life happens.
Boom Herron, Ohio State running back, joining us here on the Buckeye Show. I mentioned as we brought you in, isn't that crazy to still think about your top 15 all time in school history and running the football here?
Yeah, it is crazy, man, especially with the rich history that we've had with all the great running backs that we had come through, man. It's an honor to be, even in that number, man. So
you're welcome.
I'm thankful for it.
You're welcome for blocking. I blocked a lot. I only got 5 targets a game for your glory. But I wanted to ask you.
Is that blocking on the edge that made Boom who he is?
Yeah, absolutely.
Good, DeVier.
Come on, I got you down the field, Boom. But Boom, I wanted to ask.
Just look good.
I got you, man. I got you. Me and Dane, we blocked a lot for Boom. So I wanted to ask you with Coach Lachlan and this running back rotation with Quinshawn and Trevion, I think they're having silently on offense the best season for any position group in terms of consistency, in terms of health, in terms of, stepping up and run protection, being giving Will more time. What can you say about those two backs and just the job that Coach Locke has done this year, man? He's doing a great job.
Well, I gotta say, shout out to Coach Locke because he's brought a great energy to that running back room, man. When you have a lot of great talent like that, it's good to have great talent, but these guys have also been coachable. These guys like playing with each other. You could tell that they feed off each other as well, man. Right. So I love the way that they accomplish each other, and they're doing a great job. Coach is doing a great job. For him to only been here, not even a full year, and come in and kind of just get that room going how he's got it going, it just shows the type of coach that he is, and the way that these two guys have been running the ball and catching the ball at the backfield and just keeping the ball moving, man, it shows a lot about how they put the work in.
Boom. I would think a ground game for this game coming up this week specifically would go a long way. What do you remember? I think you're in the games you played against Northwestern, you guys drilled them pretty good. But typically, Northwestern is a program that always has a tough, stout defense, pretty good against the run. What do you see kind of coming up in this matchup on Saturday?
This is just one of those games where it's like, okay, we kind of found our groove. We had our bumps on the road. We had our ups and we had our downs. So it's kind of like we kind of know what to expect from our team now. And it's like, all right, just go out there, play some clean football. You know what I'm saying? If we could run it up a little bit, you know, because it seems like with the playoff committee, they like to see teams that could, you know, put some points on the board. And a game like this is a game that they expect Ohio State to put a lot of points on the board. So it's like we want to go out there, get some points on the board, and just run those stats up. To be honest, I mean, no disrespect to Northwestern, but this is just one of those games, and Ohio State is one of those teams where it's like, hey, we have to show what we're really made of and what we're about. And we have a goal of getting to the Big Ten championship and getting to the national championship. Obviously, make it to the playoffs and get to the national championship. So what we got to do is beat the teams that we're supposed to beat. We're supposed to beat them by, you know, multiple points. You know what I'm saying? It's like this shouldn't be a close game. This should be a game where we're struggling to get stops or put points on the board. Like the committee wants to see a game like this where it's like, okay, they took care of business how they were supposed to. Absolutely. So that's what the fans want to see as well.
Absolutely. I said, you know, these 2 weeks nestled in the season last week and this week, it's an opportunity for us to fine tune everything before everything counts for the marbles. But I wanted to ask you a question about. You ready? This is about So one of my best stories in college football that I ever have is with you, right? And it's like, we're freshmen. You're a redshirt freshman. I'm a freshman. We're playing Northwestern early in the Big Ten schedule. We're up in Evanston. It's probably like my first away game experience. And Coach Truss is like, hey, we're going to put the freshmen in. We're up by enough. And he looks at us and he's like, hey, we're doing what we did at Penn State. We're running the clock out, right? So we get in the game, and just like Moses, the sea parts, and Boom gets a wide open lane, and this guy goes and scores I had never seen Coach Charles so up until that point more mad than how mad he was at Boom. So my question is why did you score that? Like, why didn't you just do what you were told? Why did you score that?
DeVier, if I'm gonna get my opportunity, I'm going to score. I'm sorry.
You don't care about I'm scoring.
Listen, don't put the ball in my hand then, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, if it's time on the clock and I ain't played all day, and listen, I got to build off something. You want me to run the ball and take a knee?
No.
Like, no. I'm about to go get a first down or go get the touchdown. I got to put this film out there. They're going to know. They're going to know I'm like that.
I like it.
Coach, you should have known my personality a little bit better. Yeah, then this would not have been a problem for you. Boom Herron, great Buckeye running back. Always great catching up with you, man. Can't wait to do it again.
Yes, sir. Yes, I appreciate you guys having me, man.
Boom.
Yep, no doubt about it. Boom Herron, everybody. One of the best to do it here at the running back position. That was awesome. He was on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. We all picked up on something on Saturday. We're wondering if the Buckeyes are starting to play a cat and mouse game of some kind. We'll tell you what we mean next. DeVier is in. It's the Buckeye Show on the Fan.
A lot has changed in 30 years, but we're still that old shoe that feels worn in and well-loved. And, well, we smell a little, but you've accepted that. The Fan.
Want to kick off your fall shopping with a touchdown? Shop Bob's Discount Furniture for pieces that fit your style and your space. Check out Bob's space-conscious and style-forward furniture for every room, like counter-height dining sets, convenient lift-top coffee tables, guest-friendly pop-up sleepers, and storage-filled seating perfect for game day hangouts. So stop and score winning design with Bob's Discount Furniture, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Everybody knows that Roosters is a fun, casual joint. With their award-winning waitstaff, great food, fun, and laughter. It's a quick stop on the way home to sit back and unwind or grab a carryout. Roosters is where you, your family, and friends can order pizza, sandwiches, salads, and more. And the home of award-winning wings that are fresh, never frozen. It's your family's other dinner table. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
AgPro has been family-owned and operated for over 64 years. We take pride in developing long-lasting relationships and offering first-class customer service. Need a new tractor, parts for your used equipment, or reliable service? AgPro has you covered. AgPro is here to serve you and your operation as your hometown dealer. Visit us today at any of our AgPro locations or go online to agproco.com to get started with your AgPro experience.
Go behind the scenes of one of the most recognizable landmarks in all of college athletics with a tour of Ohio Stadium. A seasoned redcoat will be your guide as you make your way through walls of the stadium, into the press box, and onto the field. Upgrade to the VIP package and get special access to the band center and the Ohio State home locker room. From corporate outings and school groups to single-person tours and small families, Ohio Stadium Tours offers a variety of options and pricing that will meet your needs. For more information, visit ohiostatebuckeyes.com and book your tour of Ohio Stadium today.
Guess what? Our ugly faces are on YouTube. Search 971 The Fan and watch all your favorite shows. Laptop, phone, tablet, smart TV, we're everywhere. Bring us in the bedroom with you. Yes, The Fan.
Everyone deserves a fast and reliable connection. One that helps better their everyday through the things they value most. Friends and family, education and career. A connection that opens pathways to opportunity and builds roads to a better future. At Spectrum, we're committed to delivering just that every single day. Because with the right connection, anything is possible. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
Hi, Timmy Hall here with Ohio State student-athlete, defensive tackle Hero Canoe.
What's up, everyone? Let's talk about something special this holiday season. Nationwide Children's Hospitals Light Up the Lawn campaign.
Join me and Hero and become a hero yourself when you donate to support Nationwide Children's Hospital. The moment you donate, the butterflies on the lawn light up for patients and families to see.
And not only that, with every gift, you are supporting life-saving care and research. Join us in making a difference.
So please, give now at nationwidechildrens.org/give.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place.
When you bring Pella Columbus to your home, you get local, personal attention from an award-winning window and door crew.
Yep. Our crew is full of award winners, too.
Well, that's great, Wilson.
Yeah. Jerry alone has won the hot dog eating competition 2 years straight at the company picnic.
Well, that's not really the type of award I was talking about.
Still counts as an award.
Get the window that Columbus homeowners rate the leading and most trusted at PellaColumbus.com.
Attention, small business or sole proprietors. Do you want to save money on health care for your business? Be able to cover your employees with the best dental, doctors, and hospitals? Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter for the SACA Benefit Plan. Nearly 100,000 members strong in the state of Ohio. The SACA Benefit Plan is administered by Anthem and could be right for you. Small businesses, visit 844-MEDOhio.com. That's medohio.com. The SACA benefit plan could be right for you. Visit 844-MEDOhio.com.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Cosby Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Just counting down the days to March Madness. Back to the Buckeye Show.
Timmy Hall, DeVier Posey here on a Wednesday. All you fine Buckeye fans, our man Ryan Baker back there. Shout out to Boom Herron, who joined us tonight. If you ever miss anything, if you're just joining us, you're like, oh, shoot, I caught the end of that Boom Herron interview. Don't worry. When the show is done, here in about 10 minutes, it'll get uploaded into podcast land. So anywhere you listen to your audio, just search up The Buckeye Show, and you can download it, you can subscribe, and it is completely free for you. Isn't that a wonderful thing, DeVier?
Absolutely.
I think it is just swell.
Subscribe to our channel.
Absolutely. Oh, and by the way, and one more thing. So if you go to 971thefan.com and go to the cool stuff tab, go to the store, the fan store, a little thing called You'll See t-shirt is available.
There's
the little thing called You'll See t-shirt in black is up there right now. You can get it in a black t-shirt or a black hoodie with scarlet and gray lettering. How cool is that?
Are we doing compliments to the contractors? Maybe for Christmas.
Maybe so. Yeah.
Maybe we should come to the holiday party.
It would look good under that tan jacket of yours. I'll let you know when I'm dying to get one for myself. I don't know if I get one. I'm hoping to get one sent to me, and then I'll be buying them for all the friends and family. That's what I'm going to do. But you pointed this out. A lot of Buckeye fans notice this as well. And sometimes things like this can get lost in a 45-0 victory when you're playing Purdue. And again, you just want to get through the game. You want to get on. You want to get out healthy. You want to dominate. Like you talked about before, work on fixing and cleaning things up. Ryan Day keeps saying that. Play a clean game, clean football game. Well, second defensive drive, almost all backups were in. And they were doing wild stuff on defense. They went 3 down linemen. They took a defensive tackle out. They threw the jack back in there. And you would have either Mitchell Melton or C.J. Hicks running in there. And honestly, it didn't look that great. So maybe you can tell me your thoughts on that. But they were throwing some different stuff out there. And there could be a lot of reasons why they were doing that, right?
Yeah. I think the thing about the jack position, the 3 down lineman, it does put you at a disadvantage in the run game.
No doubt. And that's what Purdue did. They just ran it down their throats.
And it was almost like Ohio State was guessing that Purdue would be down and we would have a good chance to get a look at a pass rush type of defense, because that's what that jack defense is for, is to create a pass rush, right? Is to get athleticism on the outside to really affect the quarterback.
Sure.
And so Purdue did the exact opposite. It was like, all right, we're just going to run it right draws right down at the middle of your defense.
Yeah.
And it kind of gashed us. So it's almost like I can see that. I wouldn't say it wasn't unsuccessful, because you got great reps at it. You got an opportunity to put something on film and coach it. And you haven't had that yet. So that success there, that it's on film, right? So the fact that you can have it on film, you can address the concerns. You have an opportunity to. But with that defense, Tim, if we're ever in a situation where we aren't creating a pass rush, at least we have a look at it and what it would look like and what the linebackers would have to do and filling gaps and things like that. But
it's a way to match up, right?
It's just
another way to match up with an offense that is doing things a little bit differently.
It's a different tool in the chest, especially like with the playoffs, Tim. We're going to play some good quarterbacks.
No doubt.
And we're going to have to get some pass rush on them.
And you want an athletic son of a gun.
You do.
Hopefully coming off the edge with a head of steam.
You want to have a package that you can be like, hey, get in. Let's run that.
Yeah, let's try that. Let's see if this works for this drive. If it doesn't, we can adjust. And go back to the way we do things. This was Ryan Day's thought about that.
When Tyleek was in question early in the week, we felt like it was something that was an option for us to go to, where you take one of the tackles out of the game and put the jack in the game, Mitchell or CJ. And as you know, Jim has done this in the past. And so we looked at it, and we're going to continue to look at it. We think that it gives us a little bit of different spacing up front and provides our guys an opportunity to be a little bit more aggressive in terms of, not as much reading, but, hitting the gap and trying to get, some penetration on things.
To pause it right there, the other thing that this does is it makes teams now study this.
Absolutely.
It puts this on film. You're giving those offensive coordinators for the opponents now, for Northwestern, for Indiana, and for Michigan, some other things to have to pay attention to.
Absolutely. And Joe pointed out in the TV copy of the game that, hey, Jim Knowles did this at Oklahoma State where it was tough for him to recruit traditional, bigger, stronger Tyleek Williams type of defense, Edric Houston type of defense lineman. So he adjusted at Oklahoma State and this defense went well for him out there, right? And so Joe kind of had the tone of where like he wasn't agreeing with this defense, because he was like, this is a totally different front. Like, this is where it comes from. But I see the vision in terms of, hey, we might need this on a third down.
Right. And
must-pass situation.
If you can break that out against Purdue and even do it a little bit early.
Yeah.
And at the time, I was saying I'd like the tinkering to be done later once you win the football game, but they were never going to be in doubt with winning or losing that football game, so that's what they did. Let's hear the rest.
But, we'll see. We'll see how it fits moving forward. There were some things that we did that, were good, but some other things that, we got to execute better. But, it was the first time we kind of put it out there. And so we'll look to build on it from here and see where it goes.
All right, so there's Ryan Day.
I love that they tried that, though.
Let's check in with our guy, Ryan Baker. Ryan, working hard back there. You got the T-shirt on today that proves that. It's one of my favorites. It just says, nobody cares. Work harder.
Work harder.
Where'd you get that thing?
Online somewhere. I don't remember.
You didn't work very hard to get that shirt, did you?
No, just pointed and clicked.
Oh, the irony.
Yep.
What's coming up on the money? We'll have a little break. We'll have Inside Edge, and then you and the boys with some betting talk at 8.
It's been 2 years, Timmy, hard to believe, since sports gambling has been legalized in the state of Ohio.
Feels like 20 years.
The guys are going to talk about, if there's any perceptions that have changed from the sports gambling and any stories we have or changes we might like to see in the rules for Ohio.
I like it. God, 2 years. Ryan Baker.
Really?
Biddle and Prokop, Biddle and Scotty Vegas, normal crew.
That is correct.
Beautiful stuff.
Man, I wish I was 32 again.
DeVier, we're going to listen to the Jackets show coming up, Inside Edge. Got to find a way to get them back in the winner's circle. Got to win some games here. The 6-game losing skid, so they'll be talking about it, and hopefully getting home here will do some good. Good to see you, buddy.
Absolutely.
We'll talk soon. All right, Inside Edge up next, right here on The Fan.
Bobby Carpenter doesn't have a mullet, but he's knee-deep in mullet energy. Morning Juice with Bobby and Beamer.
Weekdays starting at 6.
The Fan.
Buckeyes, I'm Kurt Lewis, United Healthcare of Ohio CEO and graduate of The Ohio State University. United Healthcare and the Ohio Chamber of Commerce believe healthy small businesses are vital to our economy. That's why we're ready to give your small business a big promotion at no cost to you through our small business sweepstakes. Winners receive radio promotion, social media recognition, and more. To enter, visit ohiostatebuckeyes.com/UHC. United Healthcare, a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
For terms and conditions, visit ohiostatebuckeyes.com/UHC. Sweepstakes rules and restrictions apply.
Things are popping at Al's Delicious Popcorn. With over 80 flavors to choose from, we have something for everyone. From classics like caramel cashew, white cheddar, and our famous vanilla butternut, to new flavors like chicken and waffles and spicy barbecue. They are all made fresh and they are all delicious. Visit us online at alspopcorn.com or come see us and experience the best service in town at 1500 Bethel Road in Columbus. Al's Delicious Popcorn.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a Buckeye, it's the action off the field you need to focus on. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? Make it a perfect season. We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce. And jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. All available to order online or on our app. This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love. Proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Hey Columbus, looking for the perfect day trip? Head to the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton. Dive into football history, see legendary players, and enjoy interactive exhibits. Fun for the whole family. Visit ProFootballHOF.com for tickets. The Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton, where it's always football season.
This Saturday, choose chill and grab a Coors Light. Press play on Ohio State football and pause on everything else. We know there's nothing like game day in Columbus. So whether you're at the tailgate, the bar, or just watching from home, choose the one beer that's made for Ohio State game day. Coors Light, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics 2024.
Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. 21 means 21. Celebrate responsibly.
Hi, I'm Joanna Williams, General Manager at Tansky Sawmill Toyota. Is it time for a new or used car? Visit Tansky Sawmill Toyota on the corner of Sawmill and 161, home of the Tansky Promise, where our salespeople aren't paid on commission. We have a 72-hour exchange policy, and every transaction is upfront and transparent. You can even start the process at home. Visit TanskySawmillToyota.com to start your purchase today and to see all of this month's specials. And when you think Toyota,